If you want to look as sexy, handsome, beautiful as this gentleman right here and an overall team principal champion, there's one place to go, and that is Sully's Shirts, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the custom-made shirts, the custom-made fonts, the custom-made phone cases today at Sully's Shirts. And don't forget to check out our friends at Rapid and Wallaby store as well at Sully's Shirts today. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, past races, current races, races where I course many safety cars. Check them out today. And don't forget our Twitch channel, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe, follow, and help us out. And don't forget our partners, Rapid Racing League and Wallaby Racing League.
Go. 3-minute line.
Going away. It's Jared versus Ryan. The final race.
Here we go, chat. We got 4. We got 5.
Go. We got 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go.
I've disconnected again, haven't I? I've disconnected again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Going 3 wide. Oh my goodness.
On the pit straight. Kangaroo down to P3. Oh my god, there's multiple cars going wide.
It's the apex in a really good fashion.
Aaron will lead into turn 1. Ryan comes through. Betsy and Coot go side by side. Betsy tries to see if he can get the run here on Ryan, but he can't get it done.
Oh, Urban, a long way back.
Oh.
Last year. Oh dear, that's an unusual one. That is a big...
We're going at it together. Let's just get on board with Lev's point of view. Contact again. Contact again.
Speaking of Chris, send it. Oh, he has. Oh, lovely. Lovely move.
Ooh, closest you want to get, and it's closest you want to get in this pack. This could end in a safety car with, look at them all bunched up with each other.
In the P5, and here comes Car Gamer. Gets the move done. What about Mansell? He absolutely sends it on Jimmy.
Oh, McPhee. Crunchy.
Ibra. Oh no, never mind. Thought they were side by side.
Oh, we see one.
Yeah, this game's... Oh, and Embo goes off the track.
Oh,
Oh my
image.
He's out of fuel!
He's out of fuel. He's out of fuel.
We saw this! We saw this at...
No.
He does not want another time penalty. And here goes Kangaroo Guy for the lead.
It's scripted stuff. Mark Scaife, how do you feel? Ryan's in!
Tell you what, he comes through here. Oh, hits the apex really nicely.
Oh, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? He is from the outside. There's a little bit of contact.
Tell you what, this means Mitchie.
Oh, he's
Mitchie!
made the... Oh my god!
Ah!
Oh no!
Oh no! No, Mitchie! Image!
I don't know what to say. That was an unbelievable finish.
And yep, that's streaming. Cool. Test. Test. Actually, probably need to change this. That'll probably do it. Right. Right, welcome to Tier 2 FormulaOCE Round 9 in... And... stream is a bit laggy, that should be fine though now. Yep, obviously we're in Canada this for the after-season break, so 2 weeks we've had off, now we're obviously back in. Usually I'm your Tier 4 commentator, but had a bit of a break, and yeah, we're back at it, obviously. So welcome everyone in chat. Let's just stay on board with Millsy. He's going to be the first one to be setting the time. He's going to be doing our banker lap. First corner. Right from now. First sector, difficult right-hander. Easily been able to validate. Beautifully done. Doesn't hit the wall or anything. Purple sector 1, 19.7. So benchmark time for first sector is 19.7. First DRS. Second, I should say, technically. Coming up to... nicely done. Not too much into the wall. We see on the second sector 42.097, so good sector so far. See if anyone goes quicker, obviously, but going up to third sector, main straight, DRX activated. Now coming up to the wall of champions here, easily being able to validate by hitting the wall and also cutting the corner too much. Beautifully done. Hawkeye's just retired from session. He's had a collision on Sector 1 for the Alpine. So, let's just get that back up. So, Hawkeye in the Alpine, he's DNF'd in the first sector, which is not good for him. Hawkeye is going to be looking at starting at the back of the grid. Jishway does a 12.2, so 10.7 for Millsy, 12.2 from the Aston Martin. Karma has just joined back in, so we're going to see both the Mercedes. So Paddy Crow has done a 13.2 and Mark Larkham has done a 20.3. So obviously Jish, Paddy and Mark would improve their times a lot more. And we've got a Ferrari coming across the line now. He goes second fastest with 11.6, so not looking too bad for the Ferrari. Ferrari would be very happy with that so far. Showtime, we're just getting on board with him now, so 11.1, so not too far off the 10-second mark. Still needs to get there. Swayze, he validated his, so he'll be doing another lap now, but that was a 13.7, so that would have put him roughly in 6th position. You see, I'm pretty sure that's Poms. Yep, he's just gone out and he's out lap now. So, Cubistic Flunky has beaten his teammate. He's done a 12.1, so beats it by 0.1. So, Juice and Cubistic not looking too bad tonight. Obviously, these are I presume they're bankers, so maybe there's some room to improve. Paddy Crow, he's got to come across the finish line. Do we see him improving? Maybe not. By 5. So, who is Crunchy Swan? He's invalidated his lap. Sways. Where do we see he's coming from the AlphaTauri? He's dumped most of his DRS, his ERS I should say. Not too bad, that's a little bit slow on the exit, but not looking too bad. Might see him do a 12, no 11. So he goes 5th fastest with 11.7, so just a little bit slower than Master Berserk. That's not looking too bad from him. So, Crew to Karma and it's JDM, both of them on their out laps. Chris, he's just behind, he's invalidated. Let's just stay on board with Chris. Mercedes man looking really good. Haven't heard too much, obviously, from Tier 2, but kept up to date with some of it. JDM, he's about to start his banker lap now, so we'll get on board with him soon. So, what do we see Chris doing? It's 11.4. Fourth fastest. 11.420. As Crunchy, he goes 10th fastest with a 12.3, so it's looking very up and down. 10.7 from Millsy, so obviously no one has gotten into the 10-second mark. So let's just stay on board Crew to Karma. And then obviously we'll just keep an eye on JDM too, so he's also on his out lap. Well, he's on his actual lap, I should say. The traffic ahead by the Red Bull, not something that Crew to Karma wants, but he does manage to get away from him. 2 Red Bulls in the way, actually. Both Red Bulls are going to try and get out of the way for JDM. One of them gets out of the way just in time. Oh, no! He's done a Spinala in the Wall of Champions. Doesn't stuff up JDM's time though. Does 11.8. Ooh, JDM could have had some traffic ahead of him with the 2 Red Bulls. Crew to Karma does a 26.7, so obviously that's because the contact. Goats for life. No, who's just done their lap? Mitchie's done 9th fastest, 12.1. So Ferrari looking 5th and 9th so far. Tom's when he's not in pits, yeah, copy that. So he's actually on his out. So he's on his lap now. It's me, Dutchy. Good old Mad Dog. So Poms is in the pits. He's not going to be doing his lap. He might be just getting the new fresh set of tyres. So 1 lap old, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, Mark, he's just about to finish his lap, but I think he's not going to improve. Oh no, he's done a 20.3 before, so he'll improve, but not that much though. Yes, hello to you too, Dutchy. So Mark's not going to improve on his time that much to put him into the position, but there is a bit of kerfuffle at the back with an AlphaTauri and a Ferrari. So Alpha didn't recognise your voice for a second. That's all good, Dutchy. That's all good. Doesn't hit the wall. Just. It's going to be the fastest time. He beats it at 10.5. So that's better than Millsy's, and obviously the second driver to hit the 10-second mark. Right, okay. It's a lot more deeper than it usually is. Alright. Does that mean my voice has dropped? My balls have dropped. So, Millsy and Master have both beat the 10-second mark. The show time, he's on his out lap now. Goes for life, he's doing his lap now? Yeah, no, he's on another lap. So he's beat it by 0.1, so we'll just keep an eye on him. Chris, he's going to be on another good lap. Let's see if he doesn't beat his original time, so... Sways, he's invalidated. Mystic goes a bit deep on the corner. A bit slow, actually. Saving for another lap. Jishway. It's just too much happening at this point. So let's just get on board with Sways. So he's going to try and do another lap. Maybe I'll push up again. Music Flunky. He's going to not improve, so we won't keep an eye on him. Goes for life. We'll have a look at him before. He goes 3rd fastest. Most of the people who joined early on, their voices have changed so much because they're Dutchy, I joined 3 seasons ago. I don't think my voice would have been that much deeper. I Oh, that much, you know, high pitch back then. I'm sorry. I'm 23. I joined when I was like 21, 22. I'm not that much of a pipsqueak. So Paddy Crow, he improved in his time by 0.368 seconds. So he's in 9th. We got a purple sector there from Flunky, so let's just stay on board with the Aston Martin for now. He definitely could beat his original time of 12.1. Could we see him in the 10-second mark? Child. Dutchie, just because you're older than me doesn't mean that you get to call me a child. I see how this is. Oh, he invalidates it, Kubistic. That would have been 11.4. So, sounds like 20-year-old's voice and I'm mad dog, so you know Dutchie is probably yeah. I don't see a time where Dutchie has never been right. Right, so just get back on to here. Let's see. Crunch, he's invalidated. Pat Pro, he's invalidated. We've got 2 Mercedes out, they're invalidated. Showtime hasn't though. Let's just stay on board with Showtime. He's not going to improve in his time, so let's just say that one out. Flunky, he was invalidated. Good old Mitchie though. Where do we see Mitchie? Do we see him improving? We do. He goes 7 fastest with 11.3. Almost matches the time for Mark in 6th position. Kubistic, he's in the garage. Oh, Kubistic's actually... Oh no, he's coming now, yeah. Crunchy, he's gone back... Oh, he's on his outlap now? Oh no. Excuse me. No, he's what's it called? Invalidated before. RT Diz, he's gone out now on his lap. Ponds for the win though. Will he set a good benchmark time without invalidating? He does so coming out of that corner. Coming across the finish line, do we see him at a 10.9? So he goes 3rd fastest for the Williams. Really, really good for the Williams tonight. So, I presume... Oh, and ORT's just spun out in 2nd sector. Yeah, 2nd sector. So... Not a good start. Is that damage? Yes, it is. P11 for Mitchie. Holy mad dog. Well, I mean, Mitchie is 8th position so far, so there's 3.5 seconds, 3 minutes 30 seconds left. So, anything can happen. He could put down a few positions. He could. If I know Mitchie, he'll probably do. He'll probably swing a few. Make everyone else work for excuse me. So, Millsy, he's gonna be on his out. Oh, he's doing lap now. He was before, but back into his 1st sector. I don't know if that's improved or not. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Millsy, they almost hits the wall on that one. Very close. Doesn't improve. He does improve, but doesn't improve much into the 2nd sector. Does have a bit of traffic in the way. That is an AlphaTauri. What's he doing? It's a good car, I think. No, that wasn't good. That was Swayze. Holds it in nicely. Where do we see Millsy end up going? Do we see him? Yes, he does with a 10.1. Almost into the 9-second mark. This is really good. Goats for life. He's invalidated. Mark. He's on his lap now. Let's just have a look at him for a second. Nicely into the corner, not too much onto the wall. He's not going to improve. Stick on board with sways. He's definitely not going to improve. Vistic Flunky, he is improving his time. 0.7. Do we see him get into the 11s mark, potentially? And maybe even into the 10s if he improves in third sector. Does have a... We see him going through in this one. Does he invalidate? No, he doesn't. Perfectly done. DRS activated. What do we get to see? It's a 10, 11.2. So 7 fastest. Mitchie is currently still in 9. Still 9. Excuse me. JDM's invalidated his lap. Paddy Crow, he's going slow. I think he's waiting for JDM to get out of the way. We got a bit of a kerfuffle at the back. The Ferraris. We got 2 Red Bulls and a Ferrari. Holding up Master, potentially? No, it's Mark. He's invalidated, so he might be just gathering his ERS back. There's ORTZ, he's in the pits, he's gone. He's not setting another lap. 10 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Mark is invalidated from that corner. It's not looking good. Swayze, he's also gone skis. So, one person has not been able to actually set another lap. Everyone else is on another lap. Goats. He was in 6th still. Poms, he's DNF'd. He's retired from the session. Mitchie, 5th fastest. It's a 2.5 for the Ferrari so far. Will Master be able to improve his time? He does have traffic ahead of him. But Chris, he goes 2nd fastest with a 10.5. He beats Master by 0.040 seconds. Showtime, he goes 4th fastest so far at this point. Can he stick it onto a podium? No, he's 3.4 seconds slower. So Mark has invalidated, but Mitchie's in 6th. So Showtime's the only one that just needs to go into the pits. So Millsy P1, Master Berserk P2, Chris P3, Showtime P4, Poms of the Wind P5, Mitchie P6, Ghost for Life P7, Cubistic Flunky P8, Mark P9. I didn't catch P10 just in time. As well, you know, it starts raining outside. Alright, so Mark and P9, Swayze P10, and outside the top 10 is JTM, Paddy Crow in 12th, Jishway in 13th for the Aston Martin, Crunchy Swan in 14th, Krutakama 15th, Hawkeye P16, and obviously your 2 DNFs are Hawkeye and ORT. So, Millsy in chat, he's impressed with his time with the 10.178. Almost beat, or almost gets the 9-second mark. Good on you, Millsy. I know you're listening because you just obviously said something, but Millsy is obviously happy. Can he actually take the win from this? Or will Master Berserk just take it away from him? But anything could happen. It's Canada. It could rain. Anything could happen. Rained every other time. It's rained every single time. So let's see what happens. So it's a draw. So this is looking good. Obviously. This is looking good for can't actually, oh, they must have patched it. So everyone is starting on the hard. So let's have a quick look. Tire situation. Everyone is starting on hards. So getting it out of the way, so obviously can heat up quick. Well, actually, Cubistic Flunky's just going on the mediums. Ooh, this could be a late. This could be a good start. Master Berserk on the mediums as well. Pom for the wins is all mediums. Mark is on the mediums. So we pretty much got nearly half a grid on mediums. So, formation lap is on. Telemetry, details, positions change. So let's just do positions change from here. Leader. So, Alfa Romeo have got a first position. Wait, there's only one Alfa Romeo driver out. So, Alfa Romeo need to be carried. There's just Way and Crunchy have both DSQ'd, so they'll be starting on some cold tyres. Good old Jish. Tyre graphic, please. Alright, one sec. Just for you, mate. So, let's see. So, top 5, we got 3 hards, 2 mediums. 6th, 7th, and 8th are on hards. 9th position, obviously, on the mediums. 10th hards. JTM is the only one on softs. Interesting. Paddy Crow on hards. Jishway and Crunchy both on mediums. Krudakama, Hawkeye, and Diz all on hards. So, JDM is going to take a risk. Early safety car, perhaps? Maybe that's what he's banking on. It's Canada, so anything can happen. It could be a safety car or a virtual, but whatever it may be, Millsy and Berserk definitely, well, Berserk needs to put as much pressure on Millsy as he can, as he's on those hards. Berserk, obviously on those mediums, is going to have a lot more grip than Millsy. So we could see a positions change. But, again, anything can happen. This is Canada after all. I need to actually remember the buttons. So, waiting for the grid to obviously form up, waiting for the last car. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we wait. And away we go! Berserk gets a massive start from Millsy on those mediums. Get the actual positions up. Chris ends up getting the position of 3rd position. Millsy under pressure, obviously, has a Red Bull behind him. Mitchie, 5th position, he bumps up. Mark gets into 3rd. This is going good, side by side. Oh, Millsy holds on to it, but Mark is definitely looking at the back end as Krudakama and Flunky. They've obviously switched positions. They're going 2 wide, 3 wide into the corner. Oh, Jish gets spun by an Alpine, and the Williams is obviously involved, and there's wings. There's wings everywhere. The Alpine is gone. What is going on here? So, oh, there we go. So, Crunchy has had contact. I'm pretty sure it was either Crunchy or Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye's got the contact because he's got damaged end plate. Holy moly! Master Berserk, though, has got a 2.8 second gap already on Mark. As Millsy gets the overtake on Mark, does he hold it though? There are 2 wide going into the first corner. Contact made again. Beautifully done. We got 3 into the pits. Hawkeye, Paddy Crow, and Diz. Hawkeye and Paddy Crow both on the mediums. Diz on the hards. So JDM has already gained many positions on those softs. Let's just go positions change. Here we go. So Mark as well as JDM both 6 and 7 positions gained. Krudakama at the back, he's had 4 positions gained, so it's not too bad. But the biggest loss so far, Showtime down 6 positions, Flunky down 6 positions. Paddy Crow down 4, but was a bit of a iffy at the start. So as this could be, yellow flags are going out in the first sector. It's just Jish and Sways, they're going side by side, but Showtime's also in the mix as well. We see a dive bomb coming from the Mercedes. No, we won't. He'll be holding off for the time being. Master Berserk, 14.007 seconds. ERS has now been enabled. 3 laps down to 35. Oh, as the AlphaTauri's had a bit of a moment. His rear end spun. He does manage to get ahead of Jish. Jish is gone. No, Showtime's definitely got ahead, but Jishway has now got 2 AlphaTauri's in between them. Let's just keep an eye on this battle for the time being. It's the closest one we've got so far is Jishway. He's got to look on the outside. Both of them's got DRS. Jish has 75%, but only Kurutakawa's got 50%. So, do we see Jish try and use as much ERS as he possibly can if he can get close enough on Kurutakawa on the main straight before the Wall of Champions? But Diz has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that'd be cool, though. But let's just go back at the front. Millsy, 3.8 seconds behind Master Berserk. So those hards are not doing him any favors at this point. And that is gaining. Like, that time is extending. 3.9. As Poms for the win and Michi. Poms got the overtake on Michi, so brilliant overtake for the first corner. But Poms is looking on the outside, or the right-hand side of Chris. This is speed. He doesn't look on the outside, but... Oh, his Michi's had a moment! He's in the walls! Whoa, look! He's had a Spinala! The Funky got a 3-second timer for multiple warnings, so this could be maybe a virtual? I don't think it will be, though. No, it won't. So Michi's down in the 14th. He's dropped 8 positions. A clear moment. So Ghost for Life is the only one who's stayed in the same spot as what he was before. But let's just have... Oh, is Diz? He's had another moment. He's in the wall. He's actually got... He's on the other side of the track. So Diz is not having a good moment in the Williams. He's almost about to be lapped by Berserk as well. So that's not great for the Williams. Not great. But that gap now is 4.3. So originally, before we just said it was 3.8. Now it's 4.3. So we're almost in the 5-second mark. Master Berserk is loving this track. But Mark, 6 positions gained. He's at the back of Millsy. But don't forget, JDM is obviously in 4th position. 7 positions gained, but he is on those softs. So, he was going to be needing the pit soon, roughly around about lap 9, maybe lap 10 if he can push it out to the max. He does have Chris behind him on those set of hards, so he's doing Chris a favour for giving him the DRS. And Millsy, he gets a 3-second time penalty. But we have an AlphaTauri, Kurutakawa. He's done a spin. He's down in the 13th. Broken Reptile in chat, Master Berserk is tier 1, mate. Medium's tax? Yeah. Oh, he's looking pretty good. 4.8 seconds. Oh, let's just stay on board. Poms is going to get the overtake on Chris. And will he get the overtake on JDM? No, he won't. He'll hold out, but that would have been a good double overtake if he could have actually done that. He's draining his ERS. He can't be doing that. JDM's on 25, trying to hold out Poms. But Poms just needs to realise he's on those softs. He doesn't need to be pushing that much. He just needs to wait for JDM to pit. So, Master Berserk is now catching up to the back of Millsy. So this is looking interesting. 0.8 off, so not too far away Mark is. He's just going to be biding his time. Millsy obviously on those hards, so he can go the stretch, but Mark needs to get a bit of an overtake on him and get a bit of distance if he wants to actually pit. As Diz gets another time penalty, 3 seconds, so that's 2 cars so far. Let's just have on board with this little position here. Can Poms get the overtake on JDM? JDM does not have the DRS. Can he manage to do it? He's drained it all out. Can he hold it in? They go too wide. It's cut the corner there. But Chris is going to get the overtake on Poms. So that's beautifully done for him. So that's P5 for him. Poms is still looking a bit side by side. Not too much. Chris has definitely secured it. So, go to life. So the closest battles that we have so far is pretty much JDM, Chris, Poms, Goats, and Showtime. Is our closest battle we have here. Crunchy's on the back of Sways, so you might see an overtake coming from him soon. Keep an eye on that. So everyone's looking pretty spread out, apart from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th. Chris, he's got 32% ERS. Poms has only got 14. Krutakama gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's one for him. But Chris is not that far out. And oh, we've got that. Krutakama's out. He's got a DNF. Is that a safety car? Yes, it is. So that's a position back for Diz. Oh no, he just didn't overtake the safety. So this is terrible for Master Berserk. Actually, Master Berserk, he had a 6.5 second lead. So this will help Millsy because his tyres will be dug in now. So we got 4 people into the pits. JDM, Poms, Jishway and Crunchy all into the pits. So let's just have a look at position change, not position change, tires. So Poms, hang on, JDM, Poms, Jishway and Crunchy all on fresh set of hards. Diz is on 2-lap old soft, so he will definitely need to pit soon. But from 8th above, apart from Mitchie, they're all on their original tyres. So this could be some big news coming from Millsy, because now that he'll actually have his tyres will be worn in. So as Master Berserk, he's into the pit, so he needs to pit for those hards. It's a great opportunity for him. Same with Mark, he's in the pits as well. So Red Bull and Ferrari going for the pits now. The rest of the hard runners don't need to be doing that anytime soon. Where do we see Mark come out? Do we see him coming out in 7th? I think he might. He's going to push it. Yes, no, he will. So he'll stay in 7th. Just gets ahead of Cubistic Funky, which is good for him. Good for Mark. But Master Berserk, he goes out in 4th, so he's had a bit more of a stretch to pick. Means that he doesn't lose that many positions. So he's not too far off from podium. Could see a podium, or even first position for Master Berserk. Which makes Frizy very much happy. So can we get some predictions in chat? Who do we think is going to win this? We've had Millsy, that was obviously in 2nd? No, what was Millsy's start? Yeah, so Millsy was obviously in 1st, and Master Berserk is in 2nd, so where do we see everyone starting? Or where do we see everyone finishing, I should say? Could we see Chris on for a podium? Could we see Goats for a podium? Find out. Jeff thinks Poms to the win. Poms to the win for a podium. Interesting indeed. So, Millsy, he's going to be wanting to make sure that those tyres are still warm. But Sways and Mark have gained... How we're still in the top 10, like, in terms of, you know. Swayze has gained 4 positions, so he's doing pretty well. He started. So. This is looking good, so. Who is lapped? So, obviously, Diz is the only one that's being lapped. So, Paddy Crow's got to catch up to the rest of the grid. So, Diz's race, he needs to lap everyone in order to maintain or get more position than 16th. But we'll see what happens. Shall we see? Safety car is in this lap, so that's good. So let's just stay on board with Mills. Where do we see Mr. Mills? Start. Where do we see him get onto the accelerator and get that stretch off from Chris as well as Ghost? Gets on the accelerator now. Does he get a bit of a... As Ghost, he's got 3-second time penalty, so he ended up caught in that corner. But Millsy, he gets a run. 0.8 off. Ghost, he's going to look for a move. No, he doesn't. Jishway and Mitchie, though, they trade. Mitchie's gone down 3 positions. JDM and Kubistic, they're going side by side in the second corner. Still going side by side. Jish, however, Kubistic Funky ends up getting ahead of him, so good move on him. He's going to be challenged. Do we see a dive bomb coming from JDM? No, we don't. But Poms, though, he's looking really good up the rear end of JDM. Who's on the 4th? Is it Crunchy? So Mitchie's in 12th, so he's down 6 positions from his original, but looking too bad for him. It is lap 11 of 35. But Millsy has got a 1.8 second gap already on Chris, so that is worth beautifully for him. Beautiful. Ghost for Life, not too bad looking in 3rd. He's going to try and see if he can make a dive bomb on Chris. Maybe not in this corner. Swayze, he gets a 3-second time penalty. So let's just look at time penalties for a second. So Millsy, oh, is Ghost for Life. He gets the move on Berserk. They're going side by side. Let's just keep an eye on this for a second. Still side by side, but Berserk ends up getting ahead of him. He is on fire tonight. He's looking very patient. He's not pushing it to the limit. There's Paddy Crow and Hawkeye, that's just great position. So now Paddy Crow, ooh, he gets pretty close to Chris's rear end. Gets the move done. Will he hold it though? Ooh, Chris is looking at the outside on the right, but he holds position. Berserk now in 2nd. So now, he needs to catch up to Millsy, or stay in the 3-second time period. Because Millsy's got the 3-second time penalty, Berserk does not. Chris has no penalties at this current stage. DRS now enabled. Pretty good, let's just stay on board. What else going on? Oh, we've got Poms though, he's gone for a move on JDM. JDM is still looking on the outside on the right. Oh, that's contact there between the Haas and the Williams. Poms is not backing down. He's going to back down now. JDM is looking for points for Haas. He wants those points. DRS. How are we getting through this sector? He's pushing the limits though. He's gone. Oh, his Funky's had a moment on the wall. Doesn't hit the wall too much, but just scrapes it by. Goes a bit wide, which gives JDM a moment. Not too much of a room. Gets close enough though. Mark, let's just stay on board with him for a second. Mark's gonna get the overtake on Swayze. Can he hold it? Swayze just tucks into the back of Mark. Good move, and Kubistic, Flunky, and JDM, JDM gets a 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds for him. Oh, look at Poms! The overtake on Poms! My God, Poms for the win, just gets the double overtake. Master Berserk Tier 1 Reptile Cells while Ultimate is running P2. Well, he was running P1 with a 6-second lead, so I can understand what Reptile's saying. I can understand what he's saying. But Jish and let's just get back on board over here. Jishway and Kubistic Funky, 10th and 11th for the Aston Martin boys. So, Jish is outside of the points, but no penalties. So, we can see some. Diz, he's called as 3-second time penalty 4, and Showtime, he's gotten overtaken by Swayze, I should say. As Showtime is going to get the double overtake before the Wall of Champions. Mercedes are showing what they can do tonight. 4th and 5th in Canada. 15 laps out of 35. As Swayze and Mark, they're about to trade positions. Oh, it's all happening back here. Master Berserk, 3-second time penalty. Swayze and Mark are still going back at it. Mark ends up getting the lead over him. Chris, he needs to gain enough time. He could actually have P1 if he gains enough time on Goats as well as Master Berserk. Master Berserk, he's going at the back of Nilsy, so he's finally caught up. Pomps the win gets a 3-second time penalty. So as Berserk, he gets the overtake. Gotta hold out. No dive move or anything. No, Berserk's just got to hold it in. P1 for the Ferrari. Oh, but will we see Nilsy? He's traveling so far up. Do we see a dive bomb coming from him? It's not going to happen. Switchback maybe? No. So, Berserk is going to hold on to that. As Mark and Showtime, now they're going at it again. Pinju's Tier 1, they've subscribed for 5 months. Why? Dutchy, I've got a question. Berserk about to win by 50 years. Thanks to that safe. I'm the commentator, Mr. Pinju. It's Mr. Mad Dog. No. Favourite Mad Dog. No? Okay, fair enough. Oh, just oh. Yeah, this could be. I'll see how this is. Mark, Lark, So, what was I doing? So Showtime and Mark are going at it most of the time. So now they've actually got a bit of a break now. So Showtime can relax, try and gain some positions. I didn't intend to relax. I know. Just take shits out. So Goats has got a comfortable. He's comfortably in 3rd. He does have Chris behind him. So let's just have a look at 5 situations. Okay. So Jish, Crunchy, and Diz all on softs. It just is. All the champions going through first sector. Actually, that can be right there. It's just so top 11 are all on hards. Spanning out between 8 lap and 9 laps to 16 laps. 12th and 13th are on 15 lap old mediums. 14th, 15th and 16th are all on softs. So, it'd be interesting. Let's just see the nearest battle. Mark and Chris. Let's see if they get the overtake. Chris is about to get overtaken. Mark holds it in beautifully into the wall of champions. Does it for P4. So, Mercedes, both Chris and Showtime are in P5, P6. So, Mercedes looking comfortable for the mid-grid so far. So, might see some sort of action when they get onto those mediums, which I don't know when they can actually get it. Might be a little bit of a late one. Look, Mitchie and Paddy Crow. So let's just look at Mitchie. And we see Mitchie get an overtake on Cubistic for 10th position, so we can get some points. Crunchy and Hawkeye. Hawkeye's had a moment. I think that was also Crunchy too. Left pole positions, I think. He's had a bit of a real moment. Do we see Mitchie, and Diz gets another time penalty. And that's Sways. He's into the wall. That's a front wing off. Do we see a virtual, perhaps? I don't think we will, but he's still driving, which is good. It's Alpine versus Alpine at the back. That's it, really. It's Alpine versus Alpine. So, Sways is not really... He's going to be going to the pits for a new set of tyres. Potentially those mediums? As Diz, he's retired. He's gone. Sways is gone. He could have just pitted for a new set of wings. What are you doing, Sways, my man? Oh no. Both AlphaTaris are out of this game. Or this match. Crunchy's gone. He just doesn't... I don't know if he's actually gone skis or if... means space from home. Swayze, my man, you could have stayed in. This Crunch, I'm pretty sure Crunch is... Who's that parked out the side? That's someone that's on the side of the road. So, oh, let's just see. Mark and Goats are going at it. Mitchie's in the pits. He's going for those mediums. So, nothing too much going on. Chris and Showtime, they're just treading along, just helping each other out with ERFs. Do we see some team orders? Change position. Showtime is looking pretty good on those hards. Both of them are on 19 lap hards, so they're on the same sort of thread. But Mark and Goats, they're going at it. Mark pushes them so far to the left. And Mark is going to be the one to get the ERS? The DRS, I should say, sorry. So that gives him that extra bit of oomph. So Mark is now into third position. Goats is in the pits. Millsy, he's in the pits as well. He's going for those mediums. Showtime's now on P3, but he does need a pit. So JD, okay, so we got Millsy, Goats, and Chris. So Mercedes, number one driver for Mercedes has gone in. So yeah. Let's just see, position change, no penalties. Right, so penalties, what are we looking at so far? So Berserk, he's got a 3-second penalty. Mark has got none. Showtime's not none. Poms, 3 seconds. JD on 6 seconds. Millsy, 3 seconds. Oh, as we've just had a spin. That's Paddy Crow. And Mitchie's got a 3-second penalty. Paddy Crow was in the wall. He was doing so well tonight. As Master Berserk, he's got a 6-second penalty. He's got 3 seconds now for cordon cutting. Unbelievable. was JDM and Millsy. So Millsy gets the position change. Showtime, he's in the pits. Poms, he's in third. So, some very, very good racing up the front. Very, very good racing. Check something. Right. Paddy Crow has just gotten overtaken by Jish. So Jish is now into the point system. Paddy Crow is not having the time of his life. He does have Mitchie on the rear end of him. As Kubistic Flunky gets a 3-second penalty. So that's 6 seconds for the man in Aston Martin. I was going to say Alpha Tauri for a second. As Mitchie gets the overtake on Paddy Crow. Mitchie is looking at the back of Jish though. Both of them do not have ERS. They're just dumping it. Millsy gets the fastest lap for 13.089. So Millsy being in 4th, sets the fastest, so he's looking on form. So let's just look at tyre situations. So Poms, Mark, and Master have both got 14 and 15 lap hole. JDM has got 15 lap. Kubistic's got 22. And Paddy Crow is on 21 lap hole mediums. So, where do we see Paddy Crow? Surely he's going to be pitting for some softs, potentially. The man is taking these mediums to the absolute limit. As we got blue flag for an Alpine, that would be Mr. Oh, actually, that'd be Crunchy. Yeah, that'd be Mr. Crunchy actually. Hawkeye is actually caught up to the rest of the grid, so he's not in the card. He's ghosted out, so. Hawkeye is definitely not in the cards. Millsy, he gets another 3-second penalty, so let's just do the penalties again. So that's 6 seconds for Millsy, 6 seconds for Master Berserk, 6 seconds for JDM and Kubistic Funky. The only 3 seconds at the front so far are Pons for the win and Goes for Life. But, let's just go back up here. E3. Sorry, talking about the back of the grid. Yeah, so Millsy's just got the overtake on Pons. And Goats for Life has just got the overtake on Kubistic Flunky. So, multiple battles going off. Pons, what was the tyres? Okay, so Millsy's on those fresh mediums, so he's definitely got better traction and better positioning when it comes to his tyres. So as Paddy Crow and Hawkeye, I think Paddy Crow's just got the easy overtake, but Hawkeye I don't think Hawkeye's in there. Oh, it's close to the section. I don't think he'll get the points for that one, even if he does get into the top 10. So everyone's pretty spread out, but Mark and Master Berserk's got that 15.6 second lead, so his 6 seconds will drop him down, time-wise, to 10 seconds now, because he's got 16 seconds. Paddy Crow, he's in the pits, he's changed those mediums. What do we see him go on? He's going on the softs. Crunchy Swan, he's in the pits. I don't even think he's in the game. No, he's not. He's not even in the game. So Hawkeye and Crunchy, both Alpines, are not even in the game. They've given up. I think. I could be wrong, but from what I can see. Yeah, let's just have a look at P3, so... Millsy, let's just stay on P3 for now. So Millsy is catching up to Mark. So could we see some sort of position change? Could we catch up? He's on 17% ERS. Mark is on 35, so Mark has got the battery, but Millsy has got the tyres. Almost contact there. Zhishway gets a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit limit, so that is not good for the Aston Martin. Stay on board with Millsy. He's just gonna wait. Gotta wait until the DRS zone. Ooh, this is a bit of a love tap there. ERS dump, I should say. Mark has got no ERS. He's got to hold out. Tries to get out of the slipstream. Beautifully done by Mr. Mark. Cubistic Flunky and Showtime, they've traded positions, so Mercedes now 8th and 9th. Before they were 5th and 6th, but Showtime's going to get the move on Cubistic Flunky. On those 4-lap old mediums, Cubistic Flunky on the 25-lap old hards, so he's going to be, those hards won't be doing wonders for him now. Those medium runners, will be catching up to the grid now. But Millsy, again, tries to get the overtake on Mark. Mark putting enough pressure on him. He is making it harder for him to overtake. Mark is defending very well, you could say almost too well. Puts the car into a position where he thinks Millsy is going to be. He's got no ERS to defend. He's on 5%. So is Millsy. We see him get a contact. Ooh, that could have been a lot more dangerous. Millsy just needs to buy his time. He needs to just be patient. Yep, no, he's backed off. So now Millsy is in second position with an 18.6 second gap between himself and first. Master needs, and I mean needs, to push that car now if he wants to stay in first. I'm pretty sure, last time I checked, no, both of them got 6 seconds. Alright, so Master Berserk needs to not stuff up. Let's just back on board with Chris for a second. Here's the closest battle that we've got so far. Mystic Funky. Mercedes are putting a lot of pressure on the Aston Martins to run. Let's just stay on board for a bit. Lap 28 of 35 done. Chris just needs to hold off. Hold off until the main DRS straight. Need to make the overtake. If he just gets close enough. DRS dump it. Can we see him hold off? Can Cubistic hold off? No, he just lets him through. Beautifully done. And I think Cubistic's actually going into the pits. Yeah, no, he's going into the pits. So we see him, and I'm pretty sure that's Crunchy. Yeah, so Crunchy's not in the car anymore. Not same with Hawkeye. So essentially, Paddy Crow is in P12 at this point. Paddy Crow's in P12, from my understanding. But, let's see, well the gap is now 17 seconds, so his mediums are doing a lot for him. 29 out of 35, so about to be 5 laps now. Master Berserk though, beautifully, he's on 75% ERS with his battery. On those hards, he's lasting a fair bit. wants to cruise it through. Millsy wants that podium though. He smells it. Mark, he wants the podium as well. He wants P1, but if he can catch up enough, or if there's a late safety car, we could see something. Could we see Mark being on the front row? You don't know. So let's just have a look. So, ooh, Mark's, so Mark's 21 seconds off from the lead. Jish, Hawk, Paddy, well, Jish and Paddy are roughly just outside of being overtaken. So Master's looking really well. He doesn't want any more penalties. He doesn't want to give Millsy any more of an advantage. It's down to 16.1. That's a bit of contact there. But Millsy has drained his ERS. He's drained the battery. He's not going to be able to have any extra bit of power. JDM gets a 3-second penalty, so that's that's contact between him and Goats. Who is that coming out? Yes, that would be Mr. Paddy Crow, actually. So, contact between JDM and Goats. I don't know if that actually was, but could be something for the shields, maybe? That was a bit of foul play. JDM's on 12 seconds left. It is nothing. At this given rate, he probably will drop out of the top 10. Maybe not, actually. I'm just thinking of it. Yeah, maybe not. Might give him 9. So, let's just lap. So, fastest lap so far obviously goes for Millsy, so he gets that point. So, 15.2. So originally that was 18. 7. Now it's 15.1. So I don't know if Millsy's going to have enough time to catch up. So Berserk may have this in the bag. JDM, he's just looking at the back of Goats. He has that 12-second penalty, so even if he can't get past Goats, it's going to put him down a fair bit of position. Roughly around about 9th, potentially, I would say. So, roughly around about 9th. Mark is not catching up to Millsy or Berserk. He's just chilling. Holmes, he's chilling, but he's kind of trying to catch up to Mark a bit. Not too much, just a bit. Seeing if he can actually get some sort of ground in. 2 laps left. Only 1 safety car. So this has been a brilliant race for the Tier 2s. So 1 safety car in Canada. That is probably better than what it was in the Tier 3 when I was racing. But not much is happening so far. Berserk. Ghost Flights gets a 3-second penalty, so it's not too much damage. It's going to put him down, but I think they'll put him down to 7. 7. So JDM down to JDM might be down to 9. Goats may be down to 7. Well, I would say only 7th though, considering there's a massive gap. So pretty spread out. Showtime's the closest thing that we've got to a battle so far is JDM and Goes for Life. It's not close enough to make a move there. Second last lap. is JDM close enough to make an overtake? I don't think he'd be. No. Not in this one, at least. Goats has put his car pretty much in a good position. He's defending well. As, let's just get on board Master. He's coming through that corner, so... Almost up to the last lap. Nicely done. JDM still hasn't got past Goats. So penalties wise, it's looking like hell. As Flunky gets another penalty. It's 9 seconds for the poor man. So, Aston Martin are not looking good tonight for points. Usyk in 10th will get the 1 point. Jishway, unfortunately, won't get the point. But lap 35 of 35. Oh, and JDM is close enough. Will we see him go onto the left-hand side? It's the closest battle we had so far. No, he won't. No, he won't. This has been very entertaining. So, Master Berserk, he's going to go main straight. DRS activated. He's going to go for the fastest lap. Can we see him go for the fastest lap? He wants that point from Millsy. Just does it well, and Master Berserk comes across the finish line. As JD... Oh, Showtime! Oh, Goats for Life is just spun! Was there contact? Goats! Oh, Millsy, he gets second, but Chris, he's gonna... Oh, Goats is gone! Goats is gone on the last lap. Was there contact between him and JDM? Was there contact? Mark ends up getting third, which is great on him. Poms gets the 4th position. Showtime, he will get 5th. JDM 6th. Chris, he will get, I think, 6th? Yeah, so he'll get 6th. Mitchie comes across the line. Yep, he'll get 8th. Mystic 9th. Jish will get 10th. Because, you know. But was there contact between JDM and Goats? I don't know. They were battling hard. Jish, he goes over the finish line. But Mr. Millsy, he will get... I'll just quickly do that. Invite to party. I did not catch it in time, I don't think. Either that and me. I usually just add them through the from the list, like in the actual game. Oh, they're all PC. Oh yeah. Yep. No, you're good. No, you're good. Well, Master Berserk, he gets that P1. Millsy gets P2. Mark Larkham, pronunciation, gets P3. Poms gets P4. Showtime gets 5. Chris ended up getting P6. JDM 7th. Controversy maybe with Goats, we don't know. Didn't catch it. Mitchie obviously gets 8th.
Yay!
Cubistic Flunky, yay!
Goodbye.
Cubistic Flunky gets P9. Jish gets P10. And Hawk, he was in the game, but Paddy Cray will get maybe 12th, maybe? We'll see what happens. Crunchy, 14th, and then your DNFs are Sways, Did, Cruda, Karma. Yes, I was. Hey, that's what I usually do for tier 4. That's what I usually do. Oh. that was a great race. One safety car, I think that's one safety car was the only one that we had. I didn't think we had a virtual, so some good racing from Tier 2. But let's just see if we can get everyone in. So we can get Mizzy in. Invite to party. Right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Right, so 3. Mate, tell us how you're feeling.
Ready to be honest?
I mean, tell us what made you feel disappointed about it?
Oh, it's just so slow, brother.
Well, you were doing pretty well. I mean, you have Waffles, coming through the grid.
Yeah.
When you pitted for those new sets of tires. I mean, were you trying to make sure you didn't get a penalty?
That's exactly what I was
Considering the
trying.
fact that everyone was getting penalties in front of you.
That's exactly. Trying not to get a penalty.
Yeah. Canada, is that your most favorite track? Just like an okay? Was it just not your favorite altogether?
It's a space filler.
No, Canada's like penalty heaven, from my understanding.
Yeah, I was hampered by my pad.
Well, obviously for the Red Bull, so that's pretty good. What's the next track? I haven't.
Williston.
So how are you feeling for that one?
Not excited either, to be honest.
No?
No, not really.
Track, mate.
What are you
on about?
Yeah, it's not just the pad track.
3 tracks a pad track.
Well, obviously P3 for that's well done for the Red Bull and some points there. Were you hoping Eddie Crow would be with you, or there was an issue with him being at the back? He spun out maybe once, I think, once or twice. Ended up being towards. Were you hoping he'd with Red Bull to get some points for the team, or what do you reckon? What was the strategy at that point? Was it?
Yes, I would have liked to hope my team get close to me.
Yeah.
But he got damage.
Oh, did he end up having damage?
I think.
I thought he had damage, but I didn't know if it was or not. So, but obviously P3 for you, and I don't know you guys that well, but obviously for P3, and hopefully we see you in silver, the same position as well.
Yeah, cheers, mate. A teamwear, as always. But it's disappointing race.
But obviously you should see Paddy Crow up at the. Hopefully things go well for you in Silverstone for Red Bull. But P2, mate, how you feel being in P2? You both were going at it in the first the race. I mean, tell us what you're feeling.
It was a fun race. Shame I had to start on hard. A glitch as well. I started with 70-degree hard, so this couple of laps were pretty hard, but it is what it is. I'll take P2 and pole.
Yeah. Whipping to obviously try and catch to were you trying to catch up to Master Berserk up in P1? You end up getting those 2 overtakes, so that put you into P2. Were you trying to get enough time being on those fresh set of mediums, or were you just trying to stick it out being in P2? Like, what were you feeling?
I was just trying to stick it out. He was 17 seconds ahead of me just to go. And fast he was from the start of the race. It was just
you did in a considerable time. You gained seconds on him. So that's thinking, well, we could see maybe a safety car, but at the same time we could see him gaining a few seconds on him as well. I mean, were you hoping that he'd get another penalty which would have provoked you to obviously keep going or keep pushing it as much as you can, or as you said before, were you just trying to get that P2?
Yeah, I was always going for a win, but in there, I'll take at least a finish. So,
Well, obviously got 6 seconds worth of penalties, so a lot worse than what I've seen most drivers get. So, I think I've seen someone get 20 seconds of penalties in Canada for one of the other league races. So, it could be a lot worse.
Exactly.
But what are we feeling for Silverstone? Are we pretty confident for that one, or?
That's also, I love that track. Canada and Silverstone probably my 2 best. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yep. Well, obviously some good points for Alpha tonight. It's a shame that obviously you didn't have a second teammate with you.
Yeah.
Could have been some double points for you, but you did some job for you for Alpha. They'd be proud of you. But
Thank you.
I'll move on to P1. Master Berserk, mate. How you feeling?
Absolutely disappointed. Gap wasn't big enough. Got a safety car a bit, so.
Well, you had a 7-second lead before, so you on P1 that was before safety car, or was it
Yes.
Millsy? No, it was you. Oh, it was you. So you had that gap on safety car. Were you kind of expecting it to come soon, or were you just trying to gain enough time so you can pit for those new tires? What was your plan for the race, if you will?
There was an early safety car like there was. If I started on the mediums, would get me to the end. So.
Yeah.
If I pitted for that, at least the first safety car would have been fine.
Yeah. You had a lot of the other cars behind you. JDM on the softs, so we kind of worried knowing that it was kind of catching up to you guys. You know, were you just too worried about Millsy trying to get the overtake on you?
No, not really. Just I knew once I got past up that I'd be able to pull a gap being on the softer tyre, so.
Yeah, that's all good. Well, obviously P1 for you. Well, how confident you feeling for Silverstone?
Oh, absolute zero, you know? Best track ever.
Don't be saying that. Friesy's not going to be happy with you if you say that.
I expect a win by 2.5 minutes. No.
2.5. 2.5 minutes, eh?
Yep.
So if I send it to Friesy, he's going to be a 2.5 minute lead on second position.
Sweat all week. 12 hours a day. You know? Set life to this next race.
Had a whole entire week's worth of just to, you know, be in one.
And then the race after, I'll just in the lobby opens, yeah.
Well, obviously P1 for you, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, Ferrari's going to be looking good. Were you hoping Mitchie would be at the front with you? He was looking on form for most of that time until collision. Were you trying to hope that he'd actually, you know, be further up in the top 5 with you, or the plan for Ferrari?
Well, you always hope, but double team points is good enough for me.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
What points for Ferrari is obviously good. I haven't actually looked at the standings, so I'll believe it. I actually know the standings. That's tier 1.
So Jared better shot this race, otherwise he's going to be losing that lead. That's for sure.
Ooh, okay. Oh well, Silverstone looking pretty confident. Looking pretty good for tier 2 then. Obviously, thank you guys for joining the party. I know you haven't met me, but you know it's definitely been good to speak to you guys, and obviously definitely been good to watch you guys race. It's been a blast. That is going to be tier 2 for OCE next week. Obviously, for tier 3 Thursday for obviously Silverstone in OCE.